everyone. I am Kimberly Adams. Welcome back to Make Me Smart, where we make today make sense. It's Friday, a very holiday, December 13th. Oh, it's Friday the 13th.
I'm Kai Rizal. Thanks for joining us. Last episode of 2024, by the by.
That happens to be on Friday the 13th. Okay, we're going with it.
Well, you know.
But anyway, we're celebrating because it's the holidays, end of year. And so we are having a festive edition of Economics on Tap. We're going to do some not so festive news, but news nevertheless. Take a quick break and then play a new game. But first, of course, shall we talk drinks? Mr. Rizdal, in your wonderful hat, what are you drinking?
Thank you for noticing the hat. I've got a soccer game later, so I'm having water. Although I'd really much rather be having something very strong today. But
okay.
Can't do it. What about you?
I made myself a cocktail and I put holly in it because why not? Be holiday. I stole it from the bushes outside the Army Navy Club yesterday, but that's okay. It was like a scraggly branch.
What's the cocktail?
The cocktail is a what is it? Well, I have these little bottles of like cocktail tonics from a company called Sweet Haven Tonics, and this one is cranberry, juniper, and lemongrass tonic, and then you just add like whatever spirit you want, and then your mixer. So this one is cranberry, juniper, lemongrass tonic, plus whiskey and ginger ale to make it a little sweet, and it's delicious and very interesting. Like the juniper and the cranberry felt very holiday and festive. So yeah. And I'm sorry to disappoint everyone who didn't see that I didn't wear my fascinator today. I thought about it, but it didn't work well with the headphones. So you get a Santa hat instead.
Yeah, the hats and the headphones thing is really tough, actually. It's really tough. All right, so let's see. In the chat, Rich D, lovely Canada Dry ginger ale and ice. Margie Klitsch is drinking a Nighthawk cab because lasagna sauce is simmering on the stove. Oh, man, today's a good lasagna day. It's cold here in LA. It's going to be, I got the soccer game. It's going to be like 45 degrees out there.
Meredith in Chicago says that Meredith got married on Friday the 13th, so we celebrate our anniversary every Friday the 13th. I love that. Happy anniversary.
That works. That's good. I like that.
Yeah. Let's see. What else are people drinking? Looking in the chat.
Kay Gilbert has an iced mocha coffee with whipped cream vodka. Don't add her. She's trying to use up her refrigerator full of flavored vodkas. Who has a whipped cream vodka in their fridge? Okay, I'm just saying.
I came close to getting one today because I am having some people over tomorrow and I'm gonna make like all kind of fancy hot chocolate, and I was like, should I get whipped cream vodka to add into the hot chocolate? But I don't know that I love the combo of vodka and hot chocolate in particular, so we'll see. But Crystal Hurt is having mulled wine, which I also love. Daniel's drinking a Bloody Mary with hot sauce, horseradish, and dill pickle. What time is it where you are, Daniel?
Doesn't matter. Bloody Marys are good anytime.
Oh, okay. All right. What's your news, Kai?
So you pitched this in the morning meeting. It's the Wall Street Journal exclusive based on sources that say that the Trump administration to be, thanks to the DOGE Commission, is inquiring about whether or not the president can eliminate the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, about which a couple of things. Number one, so this is a commission on government efficiency, of course. I guess I should call it a department, but it's not really a department, in which Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk, and through them the President of the United States, wants to cut $2 trillion from the federal budget. I don't know if anybody at DOGE understands that the FDIC is not funded by the federal government. It's paid for by premiums paid by the banks. Come on, man. At least know what you're talking about. It just goes to show you what a canard this whole thing is. It's just, we're just going to cut and slash and this and that, and people who get screwed over by bank runs or challenges, too bad, so sad. And look, we've had the regional banks 18 months ago, 2 years ago, whatever it was, or maybe it was just a year ago. We had the financial crisis. I mean, I don't know. That's it.
I wonder how much of this stuff they're actually going to do. Like, it'll be
some small percentage. I would say low double-digit percentage, 15%.
Because, I mean, there's always a ton of campaign promises about what they're going to do, what they campaign on, big promises to get elected. But what's been
Yep.
interesting is generally once you win, you stop making new promises.
Yeah. Yeah.
um,
That's a really good
but
point, actually. It's a really good point.
because you have no incentive to set yourself up for something that may or
Right.
may not get done, and
Right.
then you have like this growing list of broken promises. So it's fascinating that they're adding to the list all these new
It's a
things
really good point.
that, although I'm not sure how much it will matter to the people who are his core supporters, whether or not he actually does the
Won't matter at
things
all.
that he says. So
Won't matter at all.
we will
Well, look,
see.
I mean, so this is the guy who during the campaign said, I'm going to bring your grocery prices down. And then yesterday says, it's going to be really hard to bring grocery prices down. Words fail me. Anyway, what do you have?
I mean, the biggest story this week, of course, well, not maybe not the biggest story, but a big story has been obviously the fallout from the shooting of the United Health
Yeah.
CEO,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
the whole social media response to his murder and the capture of the guy who they accuse of doing it. And today in the New York Times, his boss, the head of United Andrew Whitty, Chief Executive Officer of United Health Group, the parent company of United Health Care, has an op-ed in the New York Times today, um, basically saying that Brian Thompson was a really good guy. He
Mm-hmm.
was doing what he could to help the American healthcare system, feel very bad for his family, that we shouldn't be celebrating his death, and acknowledging that the US healthcare system is flawed, right? Um, and in particular, he said, we know the health system does not work as well as it should, and we understand people's frustrations with it. No one would design a system like the one we have, and no one did. It's a patchwork built over decades. Our mission is to help make it work better. We are willing to partner with anyone, as we always have, healthcare providers, employers, patients, pharmaceutical companies, governments, and others to find ways to deliver high quality care at lower costs. Then I will
Yeah.
jump over to a story out in ProPublica today. United Health is strategically limiting access to critical treatment for kids with autism. This is just one of many stories that ProPublica and just about every other news organization has done over and over again about United Healthcare's practices in particular when it comes to higher denial of claims, in terms of just really giving people the runaround. And I was looking today at their lobbying efforts, and
Oh, God. Yeah.
in 2023, they spent over $10.7 million lobbying. So far in 2024, $5.8 million lobbying, and then another $4 million in contributions to political candidates, those top recipients being
Yep.
Kamala Harris, number one, and then the Republican National Committee,
Right.
the National Republican Congressional Committee, then Donald Trump, and then it's a mix of Democratic and Republican groups down the road. They spend a lot of money on politics. And obviously, we know it's a terrible thing that happened to this man and his family. And I think that it reminds me a lot of when Queen Elizabeth died, and there was this
Really.
real reckoning about how do you deal with the death of someone who, whether or not they were directly responsible for someone's harm, they had a responsibility for it, as well as profited greatly off the suffering of others. And I think that it is a real challenge for even the kindest people, even the most compassionate people, to bring that compassion when you are aware of what companies like this do, and all of a sudden you have a person that, fairly or not, is being made to represent the company. Decisions about how to manage healthcare in the way that it is in the United States are done by, those decisions are made by politicians, those decisions are made by healthcare executives, those decisions are made by state insurance boards, they're made by people up and down the chain. We should never celebrate anyone's death, but I do think that this week, and watching people's reaction to this, has just been so telling about the deep, deep anger in this country over the state of our healthcare. And what it occurs to me, and I'm occurs to everybody else, is that what is being asked for of the American people right now is compassion, right? And compassion is almost by definition the thing that feels lacking for a lot of people when they're interacting with the healthcare system. That's it. That's my rant.
Yeah, no, I agree with the lack of compassion. I will say I thought that op-ed today by Andrew Whitty, right,
Hmm.
was pretty mealy mouthed. It was very corporate gobbledygookish, and oh my
What's he
goodness,
gonna
we're just trying
say?
to make it better. Well, he could have taken this opportunity and this tragedy and launched a
Hmm.
freaking broadside and said, I personally will lead this charge. We
Hmm.
will take up
Could
this
have.
mantle. Healthcare in the United States is broken. We must fix it. I mean, it would, right?
Yeah, we're the
It's not hard
biggest
to imagine.
company in this
It,
space.
right,
We have so
right,
much clout. We have the
absolutely,
ability to do
right.
things differently. And,
I will take
maybe
this
we'll
fight to
take a little
Washington
bit
and the
less
politicians, you
profit.
bet. Absolutely.
I'll ta
Right? Exactly. Exactly.
take a
I
little bit
will
less
sacrifice
profit,
some
a
of this
little bit.
company's profit. And this whole going back to a series we did many years ago at Marketplace, this whole idea of shareholder value and a corporate
Hmm.
responsibility is only to maximize shareholder value. That, of course, is, and I won't say it because I know Bridget and the kids are listening, that is horsepucky, right?
I was
It just
just
is.
talking to Ellen, our newsletter writer, although we have a different newsletter now, about this literally yesterday. And I pulled up, what was it, the
Yep.
2019 Business Roundtable statement, where
Yep.
they,
Yep. 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 Yep.
181 companies signed on to this, promising
Right.
that they were going to shift the focus from
Yep.
only focusing on shareholder value to stakeholder value, and that some of that stakeholder value was people in the community and folks, whether or
Yep.
not they use the company's products or not. And I've asked business leaders about this a couple more times over the years, and they just pretend like it never happened,
Yeah,
you
totally,
know?
totally. And imagine if
And
Woody had said today, we will take $1
mhm,
billion of our $10 billion annual profit and we will devote it
mhm,
to X, Y, and Z, right? And we will do as best we possibly can. We'll take 10 billion, sorry, $2 billion of our $10 billion profit, right? And just done it. And
wouldn't
sure, the
make a
stock price
dent.
goes down 14%, whatever, I don't know. It
You're
was an
still a
opportunity.
multimillionaire, dude. And also,
I don't know.
you could say that we are calling on Congress to X.
Yep,
We
yep,
are, you know, going to not do everything in our human power to block healthcare for all, or
yeah.
Medicare expansion, or whatever it is that would make things better. Yeah, you're right. He could have used that for something else than just to be like, don't be mean to us.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
All right, that's the news with a couple of
Hmm.
detours. Quick break, and then again, we'll be right back.
All right, we are back, and it is time for a game. And since this is our last episode of the year, Kai and I are going to test our knowledge on some of the major business news stories of
Oh,
2024 with a
Jesus.
quiz. And Drew Jostad is here to host. Drew,
I
take it
didn't know there
away.
was going to be a
All
quiz.
right, let's do the rules here. This is the news quiz. We have 5 questions. You wait until I finish reading the question and then shout out the answer if you know it.
Oh,
Hmm.
First one to guess it gets the point. You get one guess, and then if nobody guesses it, I'll read the multiple choice and you get one more guess.
okay.
Okay.
Of course, no
So we have to wait till
Googling.
you finish talking.
Yeah, wait till I finish the question.
All right.
No Googling, no referring to the YouTube chat. The winner gets to pick the loser's drink for the first Friday show of the next year.
Oh, my goodness. All right.
Hmm.
All right. First up, in January 2024, a door plug blew off a Boeing 737-9 MAX passenger jet operated by Alaska Airlines. All passengers and crew members survived the incident. Where was the plane headed?
Oh,
Portland?
crap. Sorry. What'd you say?
It's
I
not.
said Portland.
It's not Portland.
Oh,
That was my
I'm
guess.
going to say Seattle, but I don't know.
Okay, good guesses. Multiple choice options. A, Portland. B, Ontario, California. C, Oakland, California. D, Seattle, Washington.
B.
Well,
Yep.
yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Yoo-hoo.
God.
So
Wow.
the
I
you
love that
took
we
away
knocked
two of
out
the
two of the
multiple choice.
options.
Holy cow. All right. One for Kimberly.
One for Kimberly. Number 2. In April, President Biden signed a bill that would ban TikTok unless it is sold. What was the name of the bill?
Ah, it's the TikTok must sell bill, of course.
Let's go straight to the multiple
I know.
choice on this
I
one.
know it's by January like 15th. Anyway, what's the multiple choice?
A, No TikTok on Government Devices Act. B, Protecting American Sensitive Data from Foreign Adversaries. C, Averting the National Threat of Internet Surveillance, Oppressive Censorship, and Influence and Algorithmic Learning by the
my
Chinese
God.
Applications Act.
I don't
B.
know. I'm trying to think of the acronym from all of those.
I think
Jesus.
it
Kimberly
was
had
B.
an answer. What was it?
I think it was B.
It's not B.
And if not, you should guess D, because that would be the other one.
Okay, D.
Okay, she gave it to you, but I guess we'll give that one to Kai. That was
Wow.
D, Protecting Americans
Wow.
from Foreign Adversary Controlled Applications Act, or PAFACA. PAFACA.
Wow.
Okay.
All right.
Third question. This is a lot more reading than normal. Millions of Microsoft users experienced the blue screen of death this summer, causing massive disruptions at airports, hospitals, and businesses across the country. In one of the biggest IT outages ever, cybersecurity firm CrowdStrike was at the core of the outage. What did the company say was behind it?
Software update.
Bingo.
Bam.
All right.
I totally thought I was going to go in another direction. I thought it was going to be like, which airline was most affected? I was like, Delta. But no. All right.
Question number 4. SpaceX completed the first commercial spacewalk this year. What was the name of the mission?
Oh God.
I'm doing terribly at this.
Oh, it's like like Pegasus, Pythagoras, Prion. I don't know. God.
Prometheus?
Multiple choice. Is it A, SpaceX Crew 9, B, Polaris Dawn, C,
Polaris Dawn.
SpaceX Crew 8? All right.
Sorry. I was close with the P, right? It's B.
So since I've officially lost now, is there a point to the last one?
I guess it's 3-1.
Yeah, but I'll give you one back because you gave me the other answer. So we could call it tied, actually. And this one's for all the marbles.
Sure.
Championship of the free
We'll
world.
decide it on the
Championship of the
last
free
one.
world, right here. Right
Okay.
here.
I think there's a live poll before we get to the championship.
Oh my God! How can we have a live
Okay.
poll before a quiz question?
Well, I mean, I think that this is going to be the poll, yeah?
The question is, no, there's a quiz question that comes after the poll.
Oh,
Okay.
I guess I could read the rundown. Then I would know what's going on. Kimberly, you got it. This one's you, pal.
Oh, I have to read it? Oh, sorry. I was looking someplace totally
Question
different.
is-
All right. So here we go. The question is, of the 2024 business news stories we just mentioned, which was the most surprising?
Oh my goodness.
What were our
That's too hard.
options? We had the TikTok bill, we had the SpaceX, we had the CrowdStrike, and we had the Alaska Airlines. Those were our options.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know
Which
how we
was the
poll on
most
this. Everybody's just gonna
surprising?
randomly put their things in the freaking chat.
It looks like we have a frozen screen, maybe?
Oh, I don't know. I'm moving. Are you moving? You're frozen. No, you're not.
Okay. No, no, no.
All right.
Somebody,
All right,
Deb
let's
said
get
they had a
question number
frozen
5 here.
feed. No,
Oh, the feed just died. Door plug Alaska.
yeah.
I don't know what's going on. I'll wait.
Oh. All right, I guess we will.
It's a
We
commercial.
got to finish the pod.
We will keep.
There were,
We'll
I did
keep
see a commercial in the
moving.
middle of it.
Okay.
Let's press on.
Okay, this is the championship question. It's Summer Olympics, Paris Summer Olympics question, and it's true or false. The United States and China tied for gold medal count.
Oh, false.
I don't know. So since you said false, I'll say true. We'll see how it lands.
There we go.
Point to Kimberly.
Oh no! Oh no! Hoisted on my own petard.
So does that mean I get to pick your drinks?
It does.
Just-
It does. You win 3-2.
Hmm.
All right.
I may be taking
there we go.
recommendations from the audience of what
Well,
Mr.
there's a
Rizdal
lot
should
of
be
pumpkin.
drinking.
There's a lot of
And
pumpkin
because
spice
I care
IPA
about
in
him,
the chat
none of
here.
it will be pumpkin anything.
Oh my God.
I am
Oh
vetoing
my
all of the
God.
pumpkin things right
All right.
now.
All right.
So, because
You're
I
my new
care
favorite
about
person.
him.
Jamila Huxtable, you are fired, pumpkin spice. Get out of here. Good grief.
No pumpkin anything, but I will be taking
No pumpkin anything.
recommendations.
But we will be back in 2024. Charlton, hit that sting. We'll get out of here. Oh my goodness. So we are done for the year 2024. We're taking a month-ish or so off. Back with new episodes on January the 13th. I don't know if that's Friday or not. In the meanwhile, we will have some of our favorite episodes of 2024 in the feed to keep you guys going.
It is a Monday for what it's worth. Meanwhile, keep sending us your comments, your questions, maybe your New Year's resolutions for things you're looking forward to in 2025, perhaps some guests you think we should have on the show in the new year. You can email us at makemesmart@marketplace.org or leave us a voicemail at 508-827-6278, also known as 508-UB-SMART.
Make Me Smart is produced by Courtney Bergsaker. Today's episode was in the capable hands of Charlton Thorpe.
The team behind our Friday game, including this very special one, Emily McCune, Jamila Huxtable, and Antoinette Brock. Marissa Cabrera is our senior producer. Bridget Bodner is the director of podcast, and Francesca Levy is the executive director of digital and on demand.
There we go. There we go.